Pack your bags and get ready to climb. This is our review of Nanga Parbat.
Nanga Parbat is an area control set collection game about Sherpas scaling mountains, and I enjoy collecting these little animal pieces.
It's a puzzly two-player game with a unique theme, and we'll tell you all about it after the quick how to play. Players will take turns performing actions on the mountain board.
Each turn consists of 4 steps, with the first 3 steps being mandatory.
First, players will take an animal from the mountain board where the guide is located.
Then, players will place one of their hikers in the empty spot.
Players will then move the guide to the matching number space where they place their hiker.
And then, players may build camps or trade in animals if they have the correct numbers available.
The game ends after both players have placed all of their hikers or used all of their scoring cubes. The player with the most points wins.
We were given a copy of Nanga Parbat from Dr. Finn's game so that we could do this review video.
If you'd like to find out more information or buy a copy of the game, check out the link in our description below.
And if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button to support our channel.
This is another game designed by Steve Finn, who also did Herbaceous, and he did Floriferous, and he did Butterfly Garden, and he did the little flower shop, all those different games that we've played. And I'd have to say, it's a 2-player game, but this is one of my favorites now. It's not right up there with Floriferous. I still think that's my top favorite of the games that Steve Finn has done, but I'd say that this is right below that. The only issue with it is that it's a 2-player game, so I can't get more people to play it. But I love the mechanics of this game because it seems so simple. You get an animal, you place a hiker. However, the strategy of where you're gonna move the guide so that your opponent has to choose an animal from a different location, and then which animal you're gonna take and how you're gonna line it up with your hikers to build camps and do different things. I love all the different strategies that you have to think about while you're taking turns. It's not just about what am I doing, but what am I doing to help me and hurt my opponent. I like that.
As usual, what really caught my eye about this game are just the pieces, right? So you have these little tents or triangles, but they have a little hole there, so you can tell that's kind of like a little tent. And then you've got all these different types of animals that are different colors, different shapes. So just collecting those, and then once you have a certain amount, you can like do this ability. I thought that was kind of fun because you really have to set collection management, I guess, because you got to turn it in, right? So it's not just, it is set collection, but you're also deciding when to use it, how to use it in order to like make the right move.
So you're collecting the animals, and then you can either turn in all different animals or a certain number of the same animal to get points on the point tracker. If you have 6 of the same animal, you can be the first one down, and then you can get 9 points. If you have 4, then you can put the first one down, and you'll get 3 points. So depending on when you want to do it, that's when you got to decide, all right, I'm going to trade in these animals. But all the animals also have a special ability that you can use. So you can use the animal for its ability, or you can save it to turn it in for points. So you really have to know when you're going to use an animal for its point value or when you're going to use an animal for its ability value. And I think that's a good part of this strategy. So not only are you planning your route on the mountain with your tents, but you're also figuring out when and how to use your animals.
That mechanic, and I'm gonna say I thought it was really thought out, and we had a lot of fun. You liked it, so yeah, it sold, it got published. Yeah, obviously it was thought out, but that was really thought out because really these 2-player games can turn into like one person has played it more, so they'll always win, but this really helps mitigate it, right? So it's like, what's this one blue animal? Okay, fine. Now that's kind of breaks up your pattern of trying to just, always move me to a bad spot where it's like, how do you like them goats?
One thing I like about this game, even though it's kind of a tug of war because, oh, you're ahead, I'm ahead, you're ahead, I'm ahead, it's not that same feeling that you get in a tug of war when you're doing things and every move feels equal. Even if I got way far ahead, if Lee was planning and strategizing, or any player was planning and strategizing, 3 turns later, they suddenly turn in something, and then on the next turn they turn in something, and now they're way ahead. So I do like that aspect of it where, yes, it's a tug of war, but it's not an even tug of war. It can kind of be, oh, I'm pulling, and then all of a sudden you're yanking me way back there. So I really do like how that works with this being a 2-player game.
Yeah, at no point when we were playing did I just feel like, it's futile. Like he's just so far ahead. Like there were different ways where I'm like, okay, I got these animals, I can do that, I can still collect those points. Yep, there could still be a way. Like I wasn't just defeated after, when we had just like 1 cube left or something.
It is a small box game, but with the pieces being small and the board being right here, the only thing you have to watch out for if you're traveling with it or you're not playing with it, you don't need a big table, but you still need a sturdy table. Because a little shake and all of a sudden everything like, whoa, what just happened there? But that's not a huge deal breaker. That's just something you got to watch out for with that.
I love the pieces. They're just kind of small, so I feel like they're just about to like slip out real quick. So if it was just a little, like 10% bigger, I would have been like, oh, okay, this is cool. And every now and then, I do love that one aspect of me learning something from games, and I now know what Nanga Parbat is.
And during the unboxing, we did look up how to say it, but we probably have still been butchering it, so we apologize if we've been saying Nanga Parbat wrong.
Overall, as I'm getting more into two-player games, I think this kind of upped two-player games, like, you know, me wanting to play them in my mind. So I like the pieces, I like the artwork and everything. I'll give it a 7.5.
Overall, I'm gonna give the game a 7 as well. I really enjoy this. If you like two-player games, or even if you don't like two-player games, but you wanna try a good two-player game, definitely check this out. That was our review of Nanga Parbat.
What'd you think? Are you ready to get that other player's goat? Let us know in the comments below.
And if you're enjoying our content, please like this video and subscribe to our channel. And if you want to find out more information or buy a copy of Nanga Parbat, check out the link in our description below.
Until next time, I'm Lee.
I'm Kenny. I go party like a board gamer.